This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm so delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to continue to work on the power chord shapes that I introduced in the last video. So we're going to jam together on 5 different songs using these shapes to help us further master our ability to use power chords to play songs. So it's going to be great. And when I say jam together, of course I mean you, me, and the band are going to jam together on these songs. It's going to be awesome. This video accompanies lesson 16 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to be on pages 108 and 109. We're going to play songs 3 through 7. Songs 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's going to be great. Okay, let's dive in here. I'm not really going to go over these shapes again. I'll just mention, of course, that you can use either one, the one with 3 fingers or the one with 2. I almost always use the one with 2. I think those sound better. Remember that it's important to recognize where the notes are, and so that we can find the different versions of the chords. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk us through how to find these for each of the 5 songs that we're going to play. I'll also go over the strumming pattern for these songs. So with number 3 on page 108, we're playing a C sharp 5. So we have a C sharp at the 4th fret on the 5th string. So I can play the 5th string form there. Or I've got a C sharp at the 9th fret on the 6th string, so I can play the C sharp there. Either one works, whichever one you'd like to use. Then we have the A5. So we have an A. The one that's going to work best for us is the A at the 6th string, 5th fret, or 5th fret of the 6th string. So we got the A5 there, and then a B5, 2 frets higher, and then you can go down to the G5. So you can start with a C sharp 5, to the A5, up to B5, down to G5, and then it continues on. Or you could use the C sharp way up high, down to the A5, to the B5, down to the G5, and keep everything on the 6th string. Either one works really well. It's got that down strum that we learned in the last video. So all down strums. As a review, I just played a D there, but I'm going to play the C sharp. But I use my index finger to lightly touch those higher strings so they mute, so they don't ring through. Ringing through would be a problem, but if I lightly mute them with my index finger, and then I accidentally or inadvertently strum them as I'm trying to just strum the 2 strings, then it won't create any problem. It just adds a little percussion. So we got that, and I try and keep my strumming pattern really nice and tight. You can anchor if you'd like to, which I mentioned in the last video. So take that palm of your hand and put it right on the saddle, or just behind where it would create a palm muted sound, just behind that, and you've got a nice little anchor spot, because most of this strumming is going to happen right there in the wrist. So that's with number 3. When we get to number 4, we're looking at flats here with our roots. We have a B flat 5 right there at the 6th fret of the 6th string. Then the E flat 5 is changing forms because we have an E flat at the 6th fret of the 5th string. So we're just moving from one form to the next right there. A flat 5 with the root back on that 6th string at the 4th fret, and then we come back to B flat 5. So with this one as well, it's going to be all down strums. So B flat to E flat to A flat and B flat, and so on and so forth. We go over to page 109. I'm going to look at number 7 first. With number 7, we start with a C, so a C5. So we got the C at the 8th fret of the 6th string, so I can play it there. Or we have the C at the 3rd fret of the 5th string. I'm going to go ahead just for now and start with that C with my root on the 6th string. Then we got B flat 5. So I have a B flat at the 6th fret of the 6th string, which we were just using. And then F5. I have an F at the 8th fret of the 5th string. So I got the 5th string form, and then we're back to that C5. So with this one, all down strums as well, you'd have the C5, B flat 5, F5, back to C5. Just like that. Then let's take a look at number 6. We'll work our way backwards here. With number 6, we got a different strumming pattern, but we have familiar chords. So we got the D5, the G5, the B5, and the A5. Our strumming pattern though goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So we're going to go down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So when we put it in that progression, you'd have D5, G5, B5, A5. So that's how that one works. With number 5, we've got some rests, we got some different things happening. Let's just first look at the chords in order. So we start with the E5. I got that E at the 7th fret on the 5th string. Then we got the C at the 8th fret on the 6th string. Then we have a D5. You go 2 frets higher, or you can come lower, whichever one you want to use. But you have the D5 at the 10th fret of the 6th string, or at the 5th fret of the 5th string. So either way. And then we have a B5. B is at that 7th fret on that 6th string, and then back to the C. But the rhythm of this one has a little bit of difference here than from what we've done. There's some rests in there, there's some specific rhythms. So you're going to go da, ba, ba, da, da, ba, 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 E5, C5, B5, B5. See how it ends there. Okay, so those are the songs that we're going to be jamming together on. Each one's going to happen at 2 different tempos. First a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. So you can work it at both of those tempos and we can jam on these together. If you need to just mute the strings and work on the strumming for a minute, you can. If you just need to work on the left hand, you can. Then try putting them both together if that helps you. But let's go ahead and jam together on these songs. Okay, awesome. I hope you are having so much fun with this. I think power chords can be a blast to play. In the next video that comes out, which goes with lesson 16, we're going to do the next 4 songs in the lesson, so it's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.